Again, I'm back with you. I'm still messing with this Delta loop. It's the follow-up video I said I'd make. I'm just looking for my 41 Balan actually. I've got it buried somewhere in my little tool place. We're in the outbuilding where I've got a bit of a messy carry on. I've got exhausts kicking around and antennas, body panels, car body panels, all kind of stuff. So yeah, a bit of a mess in here. So I'm just rooting around looking for this. Also, everything I don't want is here, of course. We've got bases for antennas that I've knocked up in past. What else we got? Everything that I don't want, typical. I've got my telescopic mast, some other. I've got this is a pretty good antenna. This is a multi-band Maldol antenna in here amongst the chaos. So yeah, where's this Balan then? Let's have a look. Over here. I think it's probably more likely to be what I call the electrical side. I've got an old take a look at this. This is pretty cool. Yep, it's a President. Remember these folks? Old AMCB. I've got a few of these kicking around. So I've got a reel of twin ladder feeder, some wire here. I've got all kind of cable. This is a bit of that sort of cable. This is the real deal. It's quite nice, stainless steel stuff. Actually, I think I misled you on that video. I started off making it with this sort of stuff, but in the end I made it out of some normal cable. I just remembered it was dark last night. So over here, I think I made it out of this stuff. So I did. So this is just normal electrical cable. Same diameter. I decided to use this because it's black. I remember now. And it was obviously difficult to tell difference last night. But yeah, so I'm still looking for this Balan. Wherever I've hidden it, I've got all kind of wire projects kicking around here. It's chaos. Got a bit of a fiberglass pole up here. This is going to be a replacement pole. When it's a fiberglass section. I'm going to use this for the cobweb antenna that I've got, so I'll be making a video on that. I've got an old cobweb which has been wanting some repair. So yeah, what am I looking for? I'm looking for a Balan, and there it is. So I knew if I looked hard enough I'd find it. I'll probably tidy up one of these fine days. Oh, we've got a police radio. Well, it's not a radio, it's a siren. But yeah, here, this is what we're looking for, this Balan here. So this is off my Carolina Windham. We're a 160 Carolina Windham. Bought it probably about 2004, put it up. Lasted about 10 years, and then the wires began to corrode and snap. Very good antenna. We're a 160, so it did 160 to 10 meters. A bit noisy, but this cable is particularly good at conducting, so it's a good element, but it doesn't withstand the weather as good as some of the other antennas. So got about 10 years out of that. So this is a 41 Balan, so I'm going to clean this up, have a look at it, and put this in line. So I'm probably going to join the wires straight onto these existing copper braided ones. I might just try a quick cheating technique and use some little connectors just for now, because I'm going to be adjusting the length. I've got some connectors in here which could work. I'm torn between using some of these typical yellow quick crimp-on connectors, which aren't that great, or using some brass copper terminal blocks. I think I'll use the terminal blocks. I'll have a look for some of them. I've got them somewhere in here, and when I do that we'll connect it up and have a look. So let's go take a look at the Delta loop before I start connecting things up. Right, before I go down and show you that antenna, I'm just going to clean these bits of wire up using a bit of M0YKS, well, a bit of sandpaper in this case. So I'm just getting the oxidised coating on this wire, because I've had a bit of a thought that I might just temporarily connect this up actually, so that should be a little bit cleaner now on that one. So just clean up, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to just crimp on some lugs. So just some crimp on lugs. And what I'll try then is I'll disconnect the dipole centre, coaxial side, and I'll just connect this straight onto the terminals on the dipole centre and just see what difference it makes before I do any alterations. So I'm using my auto crimping tool, ratchet. It makes life easier when you do these. Just set it and then put the pressure on. If you hold it at the end, it's easier. So that's one on, and then we'll put another one on. I'm leaving these lengths on this on purpose because I could desolder it all, but to be honest, I'm probably going to use some terminal connectors like I originally suggested, because then you can slide the wire through once you've taken the insulation off, and you can easily adjust the resonant length. So that's that job done. Just 2 quick crimp-ons. I normally solder them on, but because this is just a temporary affair, I'm going to snip them off anyway in the end and do a proper job. It's just a quick mess about to see what happens, really, a bit of experimentation. So let's go have a look at this antenna. Pretty much last night I showed you the up, and it was going up in the I've got a bit of a car alarm going up into that tree there, so that's what I was showing you last night. I'm gonna just move a branch out of the way in a second, and then it just runs quite low actually, the bottom of this element. It just runs along this fence bit, this hedging, and it goes to this pole, so just probably about 4 foot above the ground here. That's the bottom of it. It's just secured there, nothing, no particular plastic insulator as such. And then this is the dipole centre, so it's just an old one. I've had it for a long time. It's been outside with my other Delta loop previously, and this is a homemade choke, so wrapped around a ferrite, a lot of coils of coaxial turns going into a heavy coaxial feed, RG238 I believe, and then that's where I've got it fixed on there. And that's what I'm talking about my beam antenna, by the way, is up here. It's about 20 feet high, so when I've talked in the past about it being elevated, that's the rooftops of the neighbours, so you can see I'm pretty well elevated up here, and we've got obviously trees, and we're in a good spot. You can't really see properly, but you get the idea. So the wire for the Delta loop goes up to the top there, so I'm just going to move a few branches out of the way. This is how I put it up, by the way. I've got this pole, it's telescopic, goes to about 30 feet, so it's pretty cool. I've got this little bracket or metal thing that I've made, which I just put in the end, and that's for hooking up the antennas, moving branches, whatever I want to do. So I use it for all my wires, my dipoles, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It does the job. Had it for a few years, cost a few quid, can't remember exactly, about 20-30 pounds, something like that. And it's this is the make, so it's a UK make, and it goes to 30 feet, does this one. So, got the pole out, howdy. I'm just going to move this branch. I don't even need the full elevation for this bit. I'll move the wire around the branch, hopefully. I might be able to move the branch around the wire in this case. A bit of a battle, to say the least. I think the branch is winning. So I've got the branch, the wire. There we go. A bit better. And that's the pole in action. There's the dipole connecting point, so I'm just going to fit this on. I'm going to cheat a minute now. I'm just going to do a real quick cheat, and I'm just going to put that one onto there and that one onto there, disconnect that from there and plug it into there. Just saves me doing a lot of messing around. I can do this in a matter of seconds. So once I've got this on, I'll do a proper connection coupling. But I'm just doing this because I want to experiment with the length that I've got already of the wire without doing any chopping down, just to see what difference putting the Balan does. So I'll know where the resonant part of the band is at the minute, and in a second I'll be able to find out what difference it makes, if any. I'm not necessarily going to use this Balan in the long run. My previous dipoles have just worked well off the choke, and some of them run a quarter wavelength of 75 ohms coaxial feed length, so I've done that in the past as well. That's so if I'm running a 20 metre wavelength, say about 67 feet for the loop. The quarter of that would be the length. I divide it into 4. Roughly it would be, I guess, about 17 feet, something like that, 18 feet, I don't know. And then pretty much I'd have a short quarter wavelength of 20 meters in 75 ohms. But I'm not doing that at the moment. I'm just feeding it directly with 50 ohms coaxial cable into this choke, and now I'm going to connect inline a 4-to-1 Balan. I'm doing a bit of a cheating technique. A lot of you will probably think, what the hell's he doing? Give me a bit of slating. This is just an experiment, remember? So I can do it properly once I'm happy with the length of the actual loop itself, which I've not begun to adjust it up to press. So that'll do that. So that's the dipole centre now, just acting as a connecting point. Now another idea that I have, daft as it may sound, but I could find out which one of these elements is the connected to the centre point of that, and put a little stub coaxial tuning point in there to cut down the size. Once I adjust that, that would act as a stub tuning connection. So I don't want to connect that now, I want to connect this. So now I'm going to connect this up to the 4-to-1 Balan, and the dipole centre is just now a connecting point, insulated connecting point. So that's that there. Okay, that we're quite happy with that. We'll see if it works. That's a bit now. The question is, will it work? Let's take a bit of a close look. Hopefully you've seen what I've done. So there's the Balan 4-to-1 connected to the choke. The choke's in the back, and the coax connected to that. And then I just put 2 little links from the wires straight to the dipole centre. A bit of a cheat, just a quick method of joining it together. So the dipole is now an insulator, the dipole centre that is, as opposed to anything else. So this is what I'm talking about. I could put a stub into there, a bit of coax separated from the outer braid, and find out which terminal it goes to, left or right. And then when I alter the length of the wire, I can tune this here stub, which I've not done, just on this connecting point here. I'm going to set, let me just hold the phone. So I'll put a bit of coax in there, plugged in with a fitting, but don't connect the braid, and have a different length. That's a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to work, it's just a thought. So let's have a look now. So we've got the coax coming in, and just around about here we've got the feed point, and that's going up. Up. I've now moved the trees out of the way. It's going up into the tree, you can see it now. And it's coming back down the other side. There's the hustler in the background, and it terminates over there. So that's the delta loop. Getting up for the last time. I'm not sure if you'd be able to see where it actually terminates in the tree. Probably not, because it's a little bit dark. But it comes down at a nice angle. And yeah, I've got the other dipole. You can't see much, obviously, it's pretty camouflage. That was the idea of putting it in black. So we've got the MA5B, obviously. 5-band Cushcraft original. We have the rhubarb 9-foot vertical, and this 4-to-1 Balan dipole, delta loop, which hopefully will be the business. We'll try it in a second. We've got some radials to this Hustler 6-band vertical, which is also quite good. This is the 4080 fan dipole, also homemade, which you can see it goes all the way down to the garden, down to the bottom. It's the fan dipole, and that's the other side of it, which terminates up there, where the monoband vertical for 145, I think it's an F23, and now we've got the satellite array. That's the end of the 40 dipole termination point, and that telegraph pole is the end of the 80-metre one. Not so cracking out here, I'm getting wet now, it's starting to rain, so let's get indoors, check out the FT890 and see how good it works. So what do we think, Fizz? Do we think it's going to be a winner? Any comment, mate? Any comment? So, I've got the radio on. I've got a nice signal coming in already on 10 metres. I just want to check out the SWR, so I'm just going to move up the band a little bit. Wow, that is 1.5 SWR reading on 10 metres. That's quite good. Amazing. That's just using the 41 Balan. So a 1.5 reading on 10 metres without any alteration whatsoever with the length, and I'm already receiving quite a good signal. So yeah, great. 1.2 on the radio, 1.5 on the meter. 10 metres FM, lower down. Good SWR reading there. 12 metres. That's about 1.2. 15 metres. So 15 metres a bit high. I've got about a 3 on 15 metres. Showing 3 on the SWR. But pretty good. I'll move the mic a little bit. Sorry about that, hang on a sec. Try 17 metres, already got it on FM. So about, reading about a 2, something like that. And now 20 metres, and it's 1.5. This is quite amazing, so let's just see what's showing on 40 metres. So a bit high on 40, off the scale a little bit, so yeah, fair enough. And obviously I can't see it working on 80, but it's not that bad, so I could adjust it down with the ATU. 10 metres, a little bit high. So excellent result on the Balan. That's obviously just temporarily installed like I showed you. Signals are really up on that. A little bit noisy today on the band. I'm really surprised how good the SWR is. That's just the 41 Balan that's done that. Not altered the length, we're still at 72 feet of wire. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. Yeah, good afternoon, it's Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. You're 5x9, over.
Yankee Kilo Sierra, Yankee Kilo Sierra.
Roger, Roger, Mexico 0, Yankee Kilo Sierra. 5-9, over.
Yeah, Roger, Roger, you are 5x8, 5x7 to 5-8, question.
Yeah, Roger, Roger, thanks for 5-7 to 5-8, just 100 watts into a homemade delta loop. Thanks for the contact, have a good day, bye-bye. Yeah, well, you're a real 5-7. Your real report is 57, and great copy. So nice to work you on the matching antennas. I just put it up yesterday. Normally run a 5-band 3-element Yagi, but I'm just experimenting with the loop for a bit of fun. Seems to be working okay, over.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. My antenna is only for 20 meters, 2 elements, and only for 20 meters and under 10. Roger?
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, I've just put a 41 Balan on this, and it works from 20 metres right up to 10 metres with no tuner, and it will tune up on 40 as well, so it's quite successful. Thanks for the contact, and hope to work you again. My name's Simon, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, thanks for the contact, and see you next time. 73 good DX.
Yeah.
Papa Uniform Charlie CQDX.
Nice one. So yeah, that's awesome. Just have a quick look up here, and then I'm going to end the video. So no ATU now required.
Victor Alpha. Okay, I work some time on this band.
So yeah, I'm going to be going out shortly, so I'm just speeding things up. But I'm well impressed.
Papa Eco. CQDX, CQDX, CQDX 15, CQDX 15. Italy Zebra 4, November, Peter Eco 4.
12's a bit dead. So that's Victor 31 X-ray X-ray. Mexico 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. So let's just quickly try it on 10 meters. No tuner, direct fed with a 401 Balan. This is the homemade Delta loop we're using. I'm getting about 5 and 8 off Victor 31 X-ray X-ray with QSB, and I'm running 100 watts through the FT890. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. Mike 0 Yankee Kilowatt Sugar. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the results. So he's looking for Asia, but he's dropping off a little bit. But anyway, go on then. Mexico 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. I'm just impressed with that SWR reading. I thought I was actually thinking I had to alter the length, but not going to be much alterations really. I'll take a proper look at it, analyse it fully. And we'll take a look at that. So it's working 20 up to 10 with no ATU. Using that old Balan from the Carolina Wyndham. 401 Balan and the choke, homemade. Mexico 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mexico 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar.
Radio Delta 2 Echo 5 and 7. Radio Delta 2 Echo 57. Radio Delta 2 Echo 57. Thank you, Victor 31. You was in Europe?
Mexico 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar.
Delta Lima 1 again.
So I could be here all day, guys, but you can see the power going out, the SWR.
Lima 1 Echo Hotel Germany 5 and 8.
One more call and then we'll say 7-3.
Thank you, Victor 31 X-ray X-ray. You was in Europe?
Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar. Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra.
Golf Indy X-ray 5 and 9.
So yeah, big pilot.
Thank you, Victor 31 X-ray X-ray.
Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar.
2 Echo 0, 2 Echo 1, go. Stand by. 2 Echo 0 again. Spot. Yeah, I got it. 2 Echo 0, 5 Kilo Bravo 5 and 7. Okay, thank you. 73 Victor 31 X-ray X-ray. You were in Europe?
Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sugar.
Delta Lima, go. Delta Lima. Oscar Lima, go. Okay, I want Oscar Lima again. It's occupied? Yes, it's occupied. Okay, Italy Union again, Italy Union.
Right, I'm calling it a draw at
No, I
that.
don't. I need your call. Italy Union. What is your call, Giovanni? X-ray.
Mike 0 Yankee Kilo Sierra. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar. Mike 0, Yankee Kilo Sugar.
Charlie United again.
So yeah, I'm going to be calling all day, but anyway, you get the general idea. I hope you've enjoyed the, the Delta Loop. The microphone won't like that. I hope you've enjoyed the Delta Loop construction or mess around. The 41 Balan certainly did what I wanted it to do, but I'm really surprised with the SWR reading being so low from 10 metres. The only bandwidths were a bit higher were 15. Obviously I can trim that with the ATU. So his signal's coming up good. But yeah, I'll probably adjust the length of it. I'll be trimming up that connection I made. That was just a temporary affair, but it's pretty good anyway. Catch you later. Thanks for following. And why don't you make yourself a Delta Loop? Probably worked out at a total cost there. Well, fair enough, the Balan were expensive initially. It didn't cost me anything. We're all junk materials for me. Free of charge Delta Loop. However, if you're going to buy one, you pick up a Balan, reasonable price, and obviously random wire will be cheap. You can use whatever kind of insulator for the centre as you please. Have fun. Catch you later.